So it was, for me, this was a, I don't know, breakthrough. I don't know. It was like some bizarre peak experience. We teach centering, right? The capacity to be present in the moment. And in that moment, people could have panicked. We didn't really have anybody do that. A couple kind of on the edge. For me, I found this bizarre, I don't even know how to explain it, phenomenon, which is all of a sudden, all my energy's down in my center, and I had this weird, I don't even know how to explain, genetic memory of, oh, I remember this.
You've had that feeling before.
Yeah, okay, I know this feeling.
Gut check.
And so I just found myself totally calm. Okay, what's going on? Time kind of distorted a little bit, and we're kind of like, okay, the lions are charging here, the cubs are squalling over there. Let's just move over towards the river and let them get back together. So we start sliding over to the river when all of a sudden the hippo, who was in the pool, sees us coming and comes charging out at us, bellowing. And I'm sitting there in my head going, what the fuck,
Man.
A minute ago we were on a nice little hike. Now I'm in the middle of a goddamn Indiana Jones movie. So we got an angry hippo over here.
At this point in your career, now I want to go back and did you see the movie Crocodile Dundee?
Yeah.
I'm having an image of that.
Yeah,
right
exactly.
Now.
So we got hippos, lions. So we let's figure out there's a little path that kind of went up, this little hill and got away up the bank. So one at a time with everybody kind of doing their John Belushi, we got up there, got ourselves out of it. And it was fascinating around the campfire that night where we debriefed the day, that was pretty extraordinary. That was pretty intense. And, people ask, well, what was the scariest thing that happened there? Was the lions? And no. We go, what? No?
Yeah.
No. The scariest thing, so we're, I don't know, a couple days after that, one of the guys cut his finger doing something. No big deal, right? But, it's bleeding. So one of the guys was a doctor, and he had it first. He says, let me get a butterfly on it, no problem.
Yeah.
And our guy says, no, let me show you how we do this out here in the bush. Oh, okay, cool. So he gets up, walks away. We're like, that's how you do it. You ignore it. Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's it. Haven't seen that
compared to
technique before.
Yeah.
Pretend it didn't happen. So, no, he goes tromping around, comes back about 15, 20 minutes later, and we see him coming, and he's holding a stick. And we're thinking, has he got a magic wand or something? Anyway, so he comes back, and as he gets up close to us, really close, we see there's a couple of these ants on the stick. Like, what is going,
Yeah.
And you look close, you know what a carpenter ant, a big black ant.
Yeah,
well, imagine a big black ant only with great big mandibles. And he grabs one of these ants, holds its body, and its mandibles are going like that because it's pissed. And he takes it over to Richard's finger, and it goes grump, and bites it, and then he pinches the head off. So the jaws lock, and you've got, it's what he calls a bush suture.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, so then he does that again, and we're all like...
So it adheres to your finger? And...
Well, he bites it, they're carnivorous, so they could smell the blood, so they're like, food.
Oh, I see.
So, yum, and then he pinches their head off, which locks the jaws, does it twice, so he's got two ant heads attached to his finger. So we're all fascinated by this is, and the doctor is
gotta take this medical technology
exactly. But Strozzi's looking at his finger going, hey!
Yeah.
So we're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
So around the campfire that night, he's telling us about these ants. Now I'm trying to remember Kofu or Kufu or the name for them.
Yeah.
But they're bizarre because they don't have a home. They migrate. They're nomadic.
Yeah.
So they move in these swarms of millions.
Yeah.
And they just move. And they eat pretty much anything they come across. So snakes, birds, any insects, small animals, right? And he said, we used to try and raise rabbits or chickens at our compound, but the ants would come through about twice a year, and you don't want to hear the sound of a rabbit getting eaten alive by these things. So we quit doing that. And he says, and in the old horror movies, where they'd stake somebody out and let the ants eat them, that actually happened, and these were the ones.
Oh, man.
And they're like, ew. So anyway, we're like a bunch of kids around the campfire, like, oh God, ew, gross.
Yeah,
That's disgusting. Blah, blah, blah. So fine. So I don't know, must have been a day or two later, we shot a warthog because we needed something to eat.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. This whole time you're traveling, what are you eating?
Well, we kill birds, and this time we shot a warthog, so we're to some extent living off the land. We packed a lot of stuff with us, but we had all of us plus a train of 3 or 4 guys, and they were all from different tribes, and they have this classic kind of tribal rivalries. And this one big guy, Charlie, I forgot which tribe he was from, but they were notorious for only having recently let go of cannibalism. so we're
Don't get too weak.
Well, one day we had Charlie, what are we having for dinner tonight? And he looks at me and goes, whoever comes in last. Like, arr, arr. That won't be me.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're joking, but I'm not willing to take the risk. So I shot this warthog, dressed it out, and cross-cultural experience here. So in our society in those days, where everybody was adverse to anything that had fat in it, right? Because we lived in the story. In those days, fat makes you fat, so don't eat fat.
Yeah.
Well, these guys live in a world where there is no fat. They don't have avocados and olive oil and that kind of stuff. So fat is a rare commodity. So while we're dressing out this warthog, the crew has got their knives out trying to scrape what little fat they could find on this thing, and they're literally eating it raw.
Wow.
And we're just kind of like, okay, different orientation. So anyway, so we have dinner, blah, blah, blah. Then the way it worked is when it gets dark, you go to sleep. Because, you can sit around there. Yeah, what are you going to do? And you had to sleep in tents because you would get hyenas and stuff coming through. And we said, can't you sleep out at night? I said, well, if you want to get your face eaten off by a hyena. And I think, yeah, not tonight. And the tents, we put them in a row, okay? And so Jim Channon and I were at the tent farthest down at the end of the row, right? So, so we got this warthog carcass kind of hanging from a tree, right? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I don't know what time it was. It's middle of freaking night, right? But, it gets dark at 7:30 or 8, so who knows? So anyway, we're asleep. And you've had this experience before. Suddenly, I wake up, and there's this little voice in my head going, hey, wake up, something's going on. I'm like, huh? What? So I got this 2-part conversation going.
Yeah.
Well, what are you talking about? What's going on? Listen. And I hear this kind of hissing sound on the tent. And part of me's going, oh, it's raining. No problem. What's the big deal? Go back to sleep. That's not rain, you idiot. No, I'm from Seattle. I know what rain sounds like on a tent. And I'm trying to go back to sleep. And this other voice says, wake up. You're in the middle of freaking Africa. It's the dry season. It hasn't rained for 3 months, dipshit. It's not raining. Like, oh, okay, got it. What? And there's this little mesh behind me for the quote window. And I kind of noticed this kind of moving. I'm like, what the hell? And then I get my flashlight, I fish it out, and and then I look down, the 2 zippers for the door. Well, you never close it all the way. So, and I looked down there, and then it went from oh shit, it's these ants coming in here.
The same ones you talked about earlier?
Same ones, yeah. These carnivorous, cannibalistic, eat anything, including human beings, ants. And I'm like, oh shit, we got to get out here. So I'm going, Jimmy. And he's the same thing. Well, what do you want, man? Come on, what? I said, wake up. Why? No. So he had a ponytail. I grabbed by the back of the ponytail, poke his head up, show him with the flashlight. So, wake fuck up. We need to get out of here. He's like, oh shit. Yeah, no, thank you. All right. So, okay, what do we do? Well, sitting here is not the answer. So, but they're down there. They're all in my shoes and everything. Okay, fine. Well, the one thing that stops them is fire. So every night, of course, you build a big fire, and you've got to kind of keep it going because it keeps some of the predators away. So let's get to the fire. All right, great. So we're bare-ass naked. Okay, this ought to be good. So we get ready to go. I hit the side of the tents, boom, and you could hear this whoosh, as these, I don't know, thousands and thousands of ants go sliding off, and I go, oh, we're so fucked. So we open the tent, go heading towards the fire. They crunch under your feet, right? And just say, oh, this is.
Are you bare feet?
We're naked, right?
Gosh.
So, so then pretty soon we're doing the naked ant dance. Like, ow, shit, because they bite, and they're not like mosquitoes. They bite and start chewing on you. You're like, ow, ow, shit, ow. Well, we're making all this noise, and the guy's next to us like, what in the hell are you guys doing? Well, you shut the, ah!
Yeah.
You know, it starts working its way down the road. Pretty soon, it's chaos, right?
Yeah.
So we wake the guide up. The game warden's got his gun out. He's thinking it's a hyena. And we're like, what the hell's going on? Oh, shit. So, everybody quick, to the fire, to the fire. Build the fire up.
Yeah.
Make a ring of coals. Right? Everybody inside the ring of coals.
You guys are out here.
We're all
butt
standing there
naked.
buck-ass naked, building this big-ass fire, the ring of coals, right? I was just like, what the? All right, so it's like, holy shit. And so our guide's like, well, don't know how long we're going to be here, so you guys might as well just chill out and go to sleep. What? There's carnivorous things, you know, just kind of working their way around us, and you want me to put my head down here in the dirt and go to sleep. Okay. We wake up when the sun comes up, bunch of naked guys laying in the dirt. Like, okay, I'm glad there's no photos. And you would not, there's no sign that these things were even there, except that warthog, it was a pile of bones. There was nothing.
Yeah.